Okay, sorry for the lack of energy. I don't have that much right now because it's past midnight and I am very tired. But the top 10 lieutenants is currently uploading, so I figured while it's doing that, I'll go ahead and do the explanation video. I'll try to keep this one short because, like I said, I am very, very tired. Once again, sorry this video might be a little quieter because there are people sleeping in the other room. So, starting with number 10, like I said, I'm going to try to make this a little quicker. I put Rangiku on here over some of the other ones. The other options would have been Hiyori, and I'll tell you why I didn't choose her, Mashiro, and really those were the only other two that I actually considered for number 10. Who's the other ones that I didn't put? What's her name? And the other ones. There were a few other lieutenants that I could have put on here, but I didn't. But these were the two other characters that I kind of wanted to put number 10. The reason I passed on Hiyori was basically because of her captain killer, which is kind of a waste. The only reason this would be good would be PvP, but right now SP characters aren't great in PvP. That said, if it wasn't for the freaking flurry characters, this character would actually be really good at PvP because of the captain killer and the increase in the boosted strong attack. But yeah, she's a great character, but you know, that captain killer, especially these days when the killers are multiplied by a lot, sometimes 3, sometimes 5, it depends on the guild quest. Sometimes it's just kind of not viable, so that's why I didn't put her. She's still a good character though, which is why she made it on the honorable mentions. But you know, and then it was Marichio, whose art, for whatever reason, the art on the old side isn't loading, but it's okay. He slightly lower SP than her, and his soul trait is even more useless than hers. It's useful, it is useful, but not in actual combat, more in just grinding. He does have enhancer and a boost and enhancer, so that's kind of actually really nice. He also has a really high, not really high, but a high attack for an SP character. So it's still a good character, but in terms of actual usability, I would say Rangiku beats him just by a little bit though. He is still very good, and he has a better killer than Hiyori. So other ones were Namu, I kind of wanted to put in here as well, and I also wanted to put Nanao, personal now, but you know, she's got a strong attack that doesn't even do damage, but still it's okay. Okay, next was Izuru. These three right here were kind of a little tricky: Izuru, Renji, and Shuei. They're all great characters, but I put Izuru at 9 because while he does have a high SP, higher than Renji's, it's the soul trait. People are going to be like, oh, but he's good because of his soul trait, his great soul trait. Yeah, but it's not a good soul trait on him. It's good for a Link and the character, the rest of the character is great, but that soul trait on him is just kind of wasted. Nobody actually does a damage reduction frenzy character because that's a waste of damage. And it's just a waste of a Link, honestly. But if it's a waste of a soul trait for him. It's not a waste of a Link because the actual Link is good, but it's not top 10 links, it's the actual character. So that's the reason he only made it at 9, which is a shame because he's a great character, but it just shows how much how good everybody in this list is. He also has a double killer. This is very useful, like I said, especially now. Debilitating, weakening, also great. Renji is just a little bit better, just because he also has the double killer. While his killer, he doesn't have Soul Reaper, which is the best one right now, it's still really good. And honestly, having a Soul Reaper killer now, it's not, well, having a Soul Reaper / Arrancar killer is not as good as it once was, just because there are no Arrancars in PvP, plus these characters aren't really great in PvP anyway. Not anymore anyway. But yeah, charge move, which basically doubles possibility of burn, fast strong attack 2, and pretty good range. Izuru doesn't have the best range, but yeah, it's great character. Recharge and this is a great combo. The recharge and the strong attack 3 is just a phenomenal combo. His SP is really high, though, you know, in terms of these days, it's quite a few points lower than what we're getting now, but it's still really, really high. Shuhei is kind of Shui is interesting. He's good in PvE and PvP. He's just like a regular character in PvE, just because he does the Captain Killer kind of doesn't apply in PvE, unless, you know, only at the boss, but still doesn't really apply. Not anymore anyway. Hollows do. You can still take him in a hollow raid, which is nice. This is a great link to have. His piercing range normal attack. That's where it's at. Right now, piercing normal attacks are actually really good. It's not, obviously it's not the same thing as having flurry, even though flurries also kind of do pierce, but in a different way. It's just nice because you get enemies behind other characters, and his attack's actually really fast. He also has like the second highest attack in the game, and a Nadlink, which kind of boosts it. The only one that beats him is Ichigo, I believe, and he also has the Nadlink. So damage wise, he is actually at number 2, even above, well, not Retsu because she has flurry, but it's still really good. But yeah, that's why I put him there. He's also good in PvP. Honestly, if it's PvE, the order is Renji is above him, but since he's also good in PvP, then that kind of trumps Renji, just because he's good in 2 places where Renji's only good at 1. But yeah, Lisa is at number, what is this, 6? God, this was such a long list to make. Lisa's at number 6. She's a great character, both PvE and Guild Quest, which is, I guess, PvE as well. Not so great in PvP, but still, Guild Quest, she's just such a great character. Like I said, some of these other characters, I think Renji would also beat her in PvE, just regular PvE, but due to that Guild Quest being so freaking useful, so that's why I put her above that, because the Guild Quests right now are a big deal, and she's actually good in PvE as well, and just in every other mission. Mashiro, I think I covered Mashiro pretty well on the actual top 10. I explained her pretty well. You can make her anything. Strong attack damage, strong attack recharge, normal attack damage. It's actually not a bad idea, just because it's what, 33% of this. Let's just take a third. It's over 200, so it would make her attack over 800 while she's boosted, which is insane. And yeah, you can do the whole infinite boost, which would permanently make her attack at 800, but then you wouldn't have the Nadlink, so it's kind of different builds. You kind of have to play around with it, but it's incredibly versatile character, and she's a team player as well with the boost. So yeah, Rukia was a bit trickier to place, just because she does have a lot going for her. Damage wise, she's great. Sorry, I bumped the mic there, but yeah, damage wise, she's great. She's got actually a really high SP, 741, and with the full stamina boost, gives an increase in her attack and her SP, or strong attacks, and her special. She's got an increase in special, strong attack, and normal attack. It's pretty great. It does go away once you get hurt, but because of her shield move, it's gonna kind of be hard to hurt her. I know I've done several runs where I just don't get hurt with her at all, thanks to that. Thanks to the barrier move. She has a Soul Reaper killer, which is the best killer right now to have, and it's actually surprising she does have it, but I'm actually really thankful that she does, just because it's actually come in handy a lot, especially in Guild Quests. But yeah, Frenzy, freezing on everything but her strong attack too. D-Bill, which is nice, and yeah, right now with her having that barrier move in Guild Quests, she may not be great for combos, like to rack up the combo, but she's good at protecting it, because if you have your shield move on, you can take 3 hits before actually losing your combo, so it's actually really good. But yeah, it's basically just damage, she's there, and protection, she's there, so it's a great character to have. Okay, this is one that I'm probably gonna get a lot of heat for, Renji and Momo. It's a difficult one to do because Renji absolutely destroys Momo when it comes to power. He not only has the second highest SP in the game, but also a charge move, which, you know, it's not in there for some reason. Also a charge move that is like super heavy damage. But Momo's a healer, and she's got burn on everything. So she's good against bosses when it in PvE, like some of the harder, like the inheritance zones and all that. She's good against the bosses, and she's, you know, good at healing. It's basically usefulness. She's more useful than Renji. Renji may be stronger, but she's way more useful. She has more she potentially can deal more damage, but she's just better, but only slightly, because like I said, his power is just insane. And then finally Rukia, who I feel like Rukia was easily gonna be number one, freezing on everything. She's basically got the 6-star ability that is, that's a link for other characters. We know some of the other 5-star characters have freezing reduction at 65%, where she's just a 6-star ability, which is completely immune, which is nice. She also has very interesting strong attack. Strong attack 1 and 3 are kind of things we've seen before, freezing and full range strong attacks and all that. But her strong attack 2 is kind of where it really... Oh, sorry, I'm kind of yawning. Really tired. Her strong attack 2 is really interesting. It's like a vortex move, kind of like White Zangetsu's, and I think we see it in Shuei as well. Shuei that I mentioned earlier, he has one of those. The new Kakuzu, I think that's his name, Kakuto has it. The tag team Yama has it as well. It's like a vortex move that hits at the end, and she kind of has that in a sense. It's not as pulling as the other vortex moves, but I feel like it does do a little bit more damage. The magnification's a little wonky on that one, but it's still really good in damage, and it hits a lot of times with a high chance of freezing, which is nice. Her strong attack, or her special, obviously freezes, but then it leaves with a moving vortex that lasts for 5 seconds. It's basically just like having another strong attack. So she basically almost has 5 strong attacks, one of which she can only use every now and then, but you can boost up the SP and have another weapon for the guild quest, because that would actually, a vortex move would actually help with the combo as well. So she's just got a lot of stuff going for her, and a really high SP. Like I said, she's tied, what is it, number 4? She's tied number 4, 4th place in the SP, right next to Kenny and Kokuto and Ichigo and Toshiro. There's so many characters with that same SP, but yeah. Anyway, that's it for the explanation video. I'm very, very tired. In fact, I've been doing this whole thing. I filmed this entire video right now with one eye closed because it hurts, because I've been up working on this for a while, so I'm tired. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this and go to sleep because I have to work in like 5 hours. All right, take care.